Today we got a story time of a cringy emo kid who literally believes that his stinkiness makes him a Sigma male and extremely attractive. If you're not prepared for one of the cringiest stories of all time, then I don't know if you should watch this, man. I really don't. But if you are one of the few brave ones, sit back, relax, subscribe if you're new, leave a like on the video to claim your free nothing, and let's jump right into it, man. So we're going to call the subscriber who submitted today's story Liam. So anyways, right, Liam was in class one day. And in this class, there's a kid who we're going to call the emo kid. So first of all, I want to make it really clear, if you like dressing emo or whatever, I don't care. If you like dressing all black, fine, fair, whatever. I don't really care. However, if you act like this emo kid, then maybe you want to reconsider some things that you do. Because this emo kid, anyways, let me just give a description. Long black hair, everything's in black. Black nails, black shoes, whatever. That's a style, whatever. It's really how this kid acts where it becomes a little bit of a situation. So anyways, this all starts one day when Liam is in class. And the emo kid normally sits in a different place, but I guess today decided to sit behind Liam. And Liam could immediately tell that the emo kid was sitting behind him because, how do I put this politely? Bro stank. That's the most polite way I can put it, dude. Yeah, so as soon as the kid sat behind him, Liam was like, oh, good heavens, what? Yeah, no, but, like, Liam could just tell that, like, there was a ominous presence behind him. Not because, like, he could physically, just tell. He could smell it, bro. He could smell the freaking emo kid. I think it was, like, part of his, like, regiment was to add, like, no... And the thing is, right... He actually has a reason for not showering. As you guys will about to hear, the emo kid believes that it makes him more attractive because it makes him a Sigma male if he doesn't shower. So, yeah, let me just say that Liam didn't need the emo kid to tell him that he doesn't shower to know that the kid didn't shower, because Liam could just tell from having a functioning nose, right? From having functioning nostrils in his nose and actual, like, smell receptors that work, he could tell that the emo kid definitely never took a shower. So yeah, Liam was just sitting there in class. He's like, oh God, because like, look, Liam already has a hard enough time paying attention in class. And then the emo kid, with his stank Sigma grind set, whatever, has to sit behind him too. Like, this is on hard mode. Like, Liam entered class and he must have selected boss mode before getting out of bed and going to school, bro. Like, oh my God. So that's when Liam feels a tap on his shoulder. And obviously it's from the emo kid, because the emo kid is the only guy directly behind him. He could literally smell the emo kid coming from 100 miles away, but that's beyond the point. So Liam turns around, and the emo kid is like, hello, Liam. And Liam literally almost collapsed in his seat and died from cardiac arrest from the smell. Because the emo kid must have also thought that never brushing his teeth literally ever was also Sigma grind set, sexy AF, bringing sexy back, super bad, literally the Rizzler 2.0, right? He might have thought that as well. Because, yeah, bro is this a stewing, it was like a stew, bro, a little pot. It was like he put every smell imaginable that isn't great into like a pressure cooker and then just left it for like 10 years, right, bro? Bro was smelling crazy. Bro was smelling mad funk. Anyway, so he's like, hello, Liam. Just like literally breathing his like, I don't know, his like death scent everywhere. And Liam is like, what's good, bro? Try not to cry his eyes out. Try not to lose every drop of sodium and water out of his body from the tears just streaming down his eyes, because they're watering, bro. They're trying to protect themselves. But anyways, like the emo kid's like, did you know that I am actually literally a Sigma male? And Liam's like, bruh, what? And he's like, did you not hear me, Liam? I am literally a Sigma male. And Liam's like, okay, bro. Like, W for you, I guess. Congrats on being a Sigma male. And emo kid's like, yeah, you wouldn't get it, because I'm like the popular loner in class. Like, dude, all the ladies are like, oh my God, he's such a popular loner. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I keep breaking character. Oh my God, he's such a popular loner. And they're all like so into me or something. Do you want to like learn about the Sigma lifestyle, Liam? And Liam's like, oh God, no, dude. Liam's like, bro, I don't know. Like, we're in class right now. I really think we should be paying attention. And the emo kid's like, dude, school is garbage. Literally embrace Sigma male lifestyle. Like, I'll tell you all about it. so basically, and like, Liam literally said, no, I don't want to hear about the Sigma grind set, bro. I'm sorry. It's not something I want to do. And the emo kid's like, well, actually, I don't care. I'm going to tell you about the Sigma grind set anyways. This is how you get the ladies, Liam. Yeah, so he's like, so, anyways, you might have noticed that I have a bit of a peculiar aroma. And Liam's like, yeah, that's one way to put it, bro. You kind of smell like, you smell like a Taco Bell's bathroom after an extremely busy day, bro. Like, I don't know if peculiar is good enough of a word to describe that, bro. Yeah, so anyways, the emo kid goes on to tell Liam that basically, that his interesting, strange, different, his Sigma aroma actually comes from the fact that he has intentionally doesn't shower, doesn't use deodorant, wears the same clothes every day, never brushes his teeth, which explains why, like, Liam almost, like, his brain almost melted and dribbled out of his ears when he just took a whiff of when this kid was talking to him, and never does anything hygienic ever. Oh, yeah, wears the same underwear every day, so you know that's already smelling like Davy Jones' locker, bro. Like, oh my god. Anyways, but he does all this stuff because, basically, in the emo kid's words, he's like, so, Liam, basically, I do all this because you have to realize that, here's the thing. Women are primitive species, which, bro, if you ever find yourself uttering the sentence, women are primitive species, then you've messed up. I don't know exactly where along the lines that you screwed up, but, bro, you want to backtrack a couple steps and maybe change course a little bit so you don't end up saying women are primitive species. Like, bro, you can't be saying that, bro. Especially when you're smelling like, I don't know, I'm smelling like that sus sock in someone's bedroom, bro. You're smelling weird. Anyways, right, so sure enough, he's like, yes. And basically, biologically, and bro's talking like he's got a PhD in women's studies, bro. Like, or not women's studies like gender studies. I mean, women's studies like the study of getting laid, bro. That's your PhD right there. This is his thesis. This is his dissertation. But anyways, yeah, so sure enough, he's like, well, basically, so here's how I'm thinking about it. So women are very primitive species. First of all, you already messed up saying that. But he's like, and so they're like the biology, and he's just trying to say buzzwords to sound smart. So yes, so basically, think about it like this, Liam. Did the cavemen shower? No. Did the cavemen change their underwear? No. Which, bro, cavemen didn't have underwear. If they did, they probably changed it. Did the cavemen use artificial deodorant? Liam, like, literally, using deodorant is, like, the most anti-woman thing. Like, they hate it. Like, biologically, they are ingrained to stay away from the chemicals. I will say, some deodorants do have some pretty sus chemicals in them. So on the real, though, you should make sure to do a little bit of research in that and before you just slam up your pores up there. You should be careful with your deodorants. But that doesn't mean that you should never wear deodorant, bro. Like, hey, if you're smelling like, I don't know, if you're smelling like not so great, maybe consider it. Yeah, so, anyways, he keeps on going like, yes, and here's the thing. So when women smell all the chemicals in your deodorant, like you're smelling like a lot of chemicals right now. So basically, smelling like a lot of chemicals is the equivalent of saying you don't smell like, I don't know, literally a hippopotamus's anus, bro. Like, I don't know. He's like, you smell like all those chemicals are releasing hormones and trombones and baloney in women's system. Like, bro literally just is starting to say random words to be scientific. And they will immediately be like, ew, I do not like him. But when they smell me, they understand that my must and my odor is actually very, very natural. So Liam looks at the emo kid and is like, bro, your hair is dyed black. How is that natural? Which is a pretty good point. If the emo kid is really believing that he is a Sigma male grind set, attractive Rizzler, 10 out of 10, spitting game dude, or I don't even know how to say it, right? Because he's all natural, which I don't think all natural just means smelling like garbage, bro. Lol. Yeah, so sure enough, yeah, if you're doing all that and then you're using hair dye as well, like, doesn't that kind of go against what you're saying? I'm pretty sure the caveman didn't have, like, red dye number 2 and, like, seed oil. Okay, actually, that's food. That's not hair dye. Well, I'm pretty sure they didn't have the toxic fume, like, hair dye stuff as well. And the emo kid looked almost shocked for a second because I think the emo kid totally forgot about that aspect, which is funny. Bro doesn't wipe his butt, but bro puts in hair dye. Like, dude, priorities, dude. Like, the emo kid's like, well, actually, bro, if you start a sentence and you say, well, actually, then you're already probably going to sound like a little bit of a squiddy squid when you say that, dude. That's all I'm going to say. If you start a sentence and you're like, well, actually, hold on, let me adjust my fedora. Like, I don't know, you're already starting off strong. Like, actually, you're starting off really bad. But he's like, well, so here's the thing. Think about it like this. So, actually, and he's just like obviously stumbling over his words because Liam kind of owned him here. Because Liam is just like, bro, if you're not wiping your butt because that's like not caveman-y, then why are you putting hair dye in your hair? Why are you wearing rings? Why are you having nail polish? Why are you wearing clothes? How about you just come to class naked the next day? Like, that'll totally be super authentic, bro. But yeah, so the emo kid's like, well, actually, so if you actually think about it, it's totally not. It's like totally okay. And Liam's like, dude, what do you mean if you actually think about it? Like, I actually thought about it and I don't see how it's okay. He's like, bro, you haven't done the research like I have, okay? Just get over the fact that you're wrong and I'm right. And Liam's like, okay, bro. And the emo kid's like, you know what? If you don't actually believe me, watch this Riz. Watch how whiz-tastic I am. I'm about to whiz up this girl like crazy, dude. And Liam's like, dude, you don't have to do that. Because look, as much as Liam would find it hilarious to watch the emo kid trying to quote-unquote riz up some girl, at the same time, bro, like, he already knows for a fact that it's going to be a train wreck, and it's going to be so much like the cringe is going to radiate like radiation poisoning from a nuclear bomb, bro, that like, it's probably going to affect him. Like, Liam is literally probably going to lose like 15 years of his life from the cringe radiation, just from like whatever happens, bro. So he's kind of like, hey, man, you don't actually need to riz anyone up. I trust you. You're Super Sigma or whatever you want to say. You're the top G. You're like W Riz or I don't freaking know, dude. You got that stinky Riz or whatever. Like, yeah, good for you, bro. Like 100%. I got you. And the emo kid's like, you know what? I sense a little attitude from your voice. So I'm going to prove you so wrong. So wrong. Look at this Riz. Riz is going to be the secret word of the day. Yeah, secret word of the day is a Riz. That is R-I-Z-Z. That'll be the secret word. So go ahead in the comment section of this video and comment that right now. And while you're in the comment section of this video, make sure to check out the pinned comment, as in the pinned comment, there's a link to the Spotify page, which you can listen to the stories as podcasts. As well, in the link in the pinned comment down below, there are 2 channels I'll be uploading daily on, a Reddit story channel and a meme channel. Please subscribe to both of them as they are small and your support helps so much. Let's get back to the story. So yeah, at this point, Liam is really trying to convince the emo kid not to try and quote-unquote riz up this girl because he already knows that it is going to be so bad that he might not even survive just witnessing this. Like, let alone everyone else in the class. Like, literally everyone's going to be turned into dust, bro, from this. It's going to be so bad that he's going to get Thanos snapped out of existence because of how uncomfortable and cringe it will be. Yeah, so anyways, there's another girl in Liam and the emo kid's class. And remember, this is all going down while the teacher is teaching class. So this is a pretty big class, and the teacher is kind of completely checked out of teaching at this point, so this is why all this can go down. But there's a girl in the class, and we're going to call this girl Rosie, right? So, I don't know, Rosie was just minding her own business. She was just doing her thing, and was not really wanting the emo kid to whiz her up or anything like that, bro. So yeah, the emo kid's like, dude, Liam, you don't believe me, but I'm going to show you how I'm actually the whistler, and I'm going to whiz up that girl over there. And Liam's like, what? Like Rosie? Is that her name? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to whiz up Rosie then. Dude didn't even know this girl's name, and he was going in cold. Going in for, like, the coldest approach ever. This approach is going to be so cold, it's going to be like jumping out of the Atlantic and into the, like, the Arctic Oceans, bro. Wait, the Atlantic, I don't know what I'm saying. It's not going to work. That's what I'm trying to convey to you guys. So anyways, oh God, this is already so bad, bro. The emo kid, instead of, okay, so Rosie was only like 2 desks that way, but there was like, the desks were actually like, it was a clean shot over to Rosie. So there was probably 2 desks worth of space, but there was no desks in between the emo kid and Rosie. So instead of, I don't know, getting up out of his seat and walking over to where Rosie is and sitting in the empty desk that is literally right next to her, the emo kid instead decides to drag his desk over to Rosie. It is the most painfully awkward, excruciating, and annoying thing you've ever seen or heard. It's like, yeet, yeet, like he's dragging his metal desk against the ground. And it is so long and it is so loud. And it's just like he's dragging his desk against the ground, just like, I think the teacher hears it, but at this point, he's like, bro, I'm literally too old for this. I'm way too close to retirement for any of this. I'm going to let whatever happens, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. And eventually the emo kid plops his desk after dragging it for the last 30 seconds right next to Rosie. And he's like, hey, baby, he just completely fails his first approach. Like, his first sentence, he just mumbles it into the ground. Like, he literally is like, hey, baby, what's... like, bro tried, but bro did not succeed, unfortunately. And, like, at this point, Liam is, like, hearing all this. He's like, oh, good. Oh, God. Like, could I have stopped this? Could I have stopped this atrocity? So Liam is watching Rosie's expression, the look on her face. So the emo kid starts talking to her again. And Liam starts to realize that this is about to go so bad. And you might be thinking, oh, it's probably about to go so bad because, I don't know, the emo kid's riz is going to be very bad. Which, yeah, he's definitely not going to be good at talking to this girl, obviously. But here's the actual main issue. Liam is watching Rosie's expression. And she, like, crinkles up her nose. And you can just tell that she is thinking to herself, oh my God, what's that smell? Like, she... That's a little overdramatic. No, but you could obviously tell that she is, like, literally on the verge of tears. She's literally about to puke everywhere, just like projectile vomit, water, liquid, blood, internal organs, literally another dimension coming out of her throat. Like, it's about to be so unbelievably bad. You can tell by her face that she is barely holding it together, because the emo kid is like he's talking so much right now, which means a constant stream of deadly virus breath is coming out of his mouth at like a crazy rate, as well just probably the smell from his underpants at this point, because remember, he never wipes, he never changes. So anyways, so yeah, Liam is watching as he's like, oh my God, is Rosie gonna like be able to take this? Because here's the thing, Liam didn't know this, but Rosie already had a sensitive stomach. At the she had a proclivity to vomit. She was more likely to gag and to puke. She had a very sensitive stomach, I should say. She just was. And also, the worst thing, smells were like almost just like if she got a whiff of something bad, it would be extremely difficult for her to hold it together. So just the fact that she's in the presence of the emo kid it's not a whiff. It is a literal full force air, ground, every single type of assault. It is a full force assault on all of her senses simultaneously, absolutely destroying every single one. Yeah, so at this point, Liam is not even paying attention to whatever quote-unquote riz the emo kid is using, because he knows it doesn't matter, because his scent is literally a ticking time bomb. Yeah, so anyways, it happens. Rosie literally puts her hand up to her mouth and goes, oh, and gets up, stumbles out of her desk, runs over to the nearest trash can, and then goes, literally pukes into the freaking trash can. Okay, so the teacher has ignored everything up to this point, but I mean, your student runs to the trash can and projectile vomits into it. Okay, bro, you're probably going to start paying attention. So the entire class is like, whoa. But here's the thing. Most people don't know it's because the emo kid was being the big stink. That's the reason why this all happened. So the teacher's like, oh, Rosie, like, are you not feeling good? Like, you can go to the front office. And she's like, yeah, I have to go. So Rosie literally brings the trash can with her and runs up to the front office to go to, like, the medical center or whatever. Or literally just to get away from the emo kid, who even knows. So the emo kid drags his desk back next to the subscriber Liam and is like, okay, well, so I was just whizzing way too hard and she couldn't handle it. And Liam's like, dude, do you maybe think the reason why she projectile vomited all over the trash can was because the scents weren't mixing with her well? He's like, no, dude, she was really into my odors. I just whizzed way too hard and she couldn't take it because she was like, whoa, that's so Sigma. That's why she was vomiting, bro. And Liam's like, all right, man, I think you're a lost cause.